Hello, good morning students. Welcome to Unique Coaching class. Students, today we are going to solve the most important sum of this chapter. Why it is important? Because in this one single sum, we are going to cover almost every point of this chapter in a single sum. Right? એક જ દાખલાની અંદર આપણે ચેપ્ટરના ઘણા પોઈન્ટને કવર કરવાના છે. So that's why it's a very important sum. But remember, there is one condition. You must have complete previous all video and homework. Okay. If you have already complete, then you can easily understand. Otherwise, it's hard to understand. Because I told you there are many points of this chapter come in a single video, single sum. So compulsory you must know the basic entry, basic calculation which we have completed before. એટલે અગાઉની બધી જ ગણતરી હોમવર્ક ને વિડિયો કમ્પ્લીટ હશે તો ઈઝી લાગશે, અધરવાઇઝ હાર્ડ પડશે કારણ કે એક જ દાખલાની અંદર આપણે ઘણા પોઈન્ટ જોવાના છે. ઓકે, સો લેટ્સ સ્ટાર્ટ. X of Ahmedabad consigned 1000 clock to his agent Y of Nadiad. So here X is a consigner and Y consignee. Okay, and they are doing business of clock at a cost price of 120 each. Okay, here cost price is given 120. Okay, cost price is given. The invoice price was decided after adding 25% profit on invoice price. So we know that first of all here we have to make calculation about the invoice and cost price. So cost is given 120 and invoice decided after adding 25% profit on invoice. Remember, in every question read carefully. Okay, which price is given, cost or invoice, and profit is add on which price, cost or invoice. Okay, ધ્યાનથી જોજો કે cost આપેલી છે કે invoice આપી છે અને profit કોના પર છે, cost પર છે કે invoice પર. So your cost price is given and profit is on invoice. Okay, every question first of all read this carefully. So first of all let's write that who is our consigner. Consigner is X and consignee is Y. So in this question the point is that 25% profit આપેલો છે on invoice price. Okay, 25% profit on invoice and the cost price is given 120. It means we have to find out invoice price. Okay, cost price આપેલી છે એટલે આપણે invoice price શોધવી પડશે. So 25% profit on invoice છે. Okay, profit કોના પર છે, invoice છે. So here we have to suppose invoice price that is 100 and 25% profit che, so we know that profit will be less from invoice. I told you if you have complete previous all video and homework then you can easily understand. It is not the new point, we have already completed before this. So it will be cost. Okay, special ek video આના પર હતો જેમાં આપણે calculation જોઈ હતી. Now we have a cost and we want to find out invoice. We have a cost and we want invoice. Cost 75 then invoice 100, actually cost 120. So what will be invoice? So invoice price is 160. So here we get the value of invoice price. Okay, आपने શું મળી ગઈ છે, invoice price મળી ગઈ છે, that is 160. Okay, we get invoice 160. So what will be difference between them? The difference is 40. Okay, clear? So remember, do this calculation and it's a common calculation in this chapter. Now the next, X paid 1500 for insurance, 300 for carriage and 1200 for freight. X means consigner payment કરે છે એટલે આપણે cash account માં effect આપીશું. On 1/7/2016, X drew a bill of 30,000 for 3 months on Y, which was immediately returned by him duly accepted. So 30,000 ni bill se how much? How much? 3 months, right? Remember 3 months માટે લખેલી છે 30,000 ની બિલ્સ છે. X discounted the bill at a bank on 4/8/2016 at 18% discount per annual. Okay, 80% discount થી discount કરી છે. So we must calculate this. The bill for 30,000. How much? 3 months. Okay, so let's calculate this point. Okay, 30,000 bill for a 3 month. Okay, now when it was discounted, okay, in a previous video I told you we have to check that after how many months bill discounted. Okay, and whatever months remaining we have to calculate discount for that remaining months. જેટલા મહિના બાકી હશે ટોટલ માંથી જેટલા મહિના પછી ડિસ્કાઉન્ટ કરીશું જેટલા બાકી હશે એટલા મહિનાનો આપણે ડિસ્કાઉન્ટ ગણીશું. So here bills written drew for a 3 months. Okay, 3 months માટે draw કરેલી છે. But the question is when it was discounted. Here point is X discounted a bill in a bank on a 1/8/16. Here they give date. Okay, આપની આ date આપેલી છે date પરથી ખબર પડશે when it was due. ક્યારે draw કરેલી 1/7/16. Okay, it is the date when the bill is due. Okay, 1/7/16. And when it was discounted, as discounted the bill in bank 4/8/2016 at 80% discount. So here by the date we can understand that after how many months it was discounted. So here due on which date? 1/7/16. ક્યારે ડ્રો કરી છે તે લખી છે તે 1/7/16. Okay, it is due on 1/7/16 and discounted 4/8/2016. Okay, it is discounted at 80%. Okay, so per annual. So 18% discount થી discount કરી છે. Okay, but these bills draw for a 3 months on 1/7/16 and it is it is discounted on 4/8. So after how many times? So you can see that after 1 month and 3 days. Okay, जो common છે 1/7/16 ને લખેલી છે. Suppose 1/8/16 ને discount કરે. Okay, it is a due date. It is a discount date. So here we can understand it is discount after 1 month, right? આ તારીખે લખી છે ને આ તારીખે ડિસ્કાઉન્ટ કરી છે. So simple point, it is discounted after 1 month. But here 4 તારીખ કઈ આપેલી છે 4 date is given. So remember in case of bill you will get extra 3 days. Okay, તમને 3 days extra મળે છે. If you remember the bills chapters you have learned in standard 11 first time. Okay, 11 માં આખું ચેપ્ટર આવેલું બિલ્સ નું અને એમાં રૂલ્સ હતો કે 3 days આપણે એક્સ્ટ્રા મળે છે છૂટના મળે છે. ઓકે, એટલે 3 days જો લેટ હોય તો એ અલાઉ છે. સો હિયર 3 days એક્સ્ટ્રા છે. ઓકે, સો આપણે 3 days ને ઇગ્નોર કરીએ, આમાંથી 3 days લેસ કરીએ તો ક્યારે ડિસ્કાઉન્ટ કરી કહેવાય 1st August, રાઈટ? સો ઇનડાયરેક્ટલી આફ્ટર 1 month. ઓકે, ઇનડાયરેક્ટલી ક્યારે ડિસ્કાઉન્ટ કરી છે આફ્ટર 1 month. જે 1 month અને 3 days પછી ડિસ્કાઉન્ટ કરી છે. It is discounted after 1 month and 3 days, but in a bills, okay, the 3 days will be given extra. Okay, 3 દિવસ એક્સ્ટ્રા આપેલે છે એટલે આપણે એને કન્સિડર નહીં કરીશું. So here it means that it is discounted after 1 month. Okay, ક્યારે ડિસ્કાઉન્ટ કરી છે after 1 month. 1 મહિના પછી ડિસ્કાઉન્ટ કરી છે. So how much month we calculate discount? Okay, ડિસ્કાઉન્ટ ના કેટલા મંથ આપણે કન્સિડર કરીશું? ટોટલ મંથ્સ કેટલા હતા 3 અને 1 મંથ પછી ડિસ્કાઉન્ટ કરી છે એટલે આપણે 2 મંથ્સ નું ડિસ્કાઉન્ટ ગણીશું. Okay, we should calculate discount for 2 months. Okay, now what is the amount of discount? Now we give directly effect in consignment account. Consignment account માં એન્ટ્રી આપીશું ત્યારે આપણે ડિસ્કાઉન્ટ અમાઉન્ટ શોધી કરીશું. And remember, you don't have to show all this calculation. Okay, I just show to explain you. Okay, so that you can easily understand. In exam you don't have to see all this calculation. Yes, you have to see this calculation but not this. Okay, so here I just show this calculation so you can easily understand. Exam માં તમારે માઇન્ડમાં વિચારી લો કે શું પોઈન્ટ આવશે તે રીતે કેલ્ક્યુલેશન થશે. Then next point, Y is entitled, Y means consignee, to get 4% general commission and 2% deal trader commission. We have learned in previous video. So I just told you general commission is always calculate on total sales and deal trader commission is always calculate on credit sale. Okay, remember general commission always total sale per thase and deal trader always credit sale per. And one more points we have learned in a previous video about deal trader commission. If in a question deal trader commission is given, in that case what we have to remember, if there is a credit sale, bad debt on a credit sale, we don't have to give any effect of that credit sale. Okay, जो credit sale ની bad debt હોય તો આપણે ની કોઈ effect નહીં આપીશું in case of deal trader sale commission is given. Okay, deal trader commission હશે તો credit sale ની જે bad debt છે ની કોઈ effect નહીં આવશે. And one more point, 1/6 share in a profit. It's a new point but not the new normal point. Okay, here consignee ને શું કરે છે, commission તો આપે છે અને profit in share. Okay, profit માં પણ share આપે છે. Okay, so at the end whatever profit we get, we give him 1/6 part. Okay, profit માં sharing આપ્યું છે. On 31st March 70, Y sent an account sale and a bank draft for the amount due from him according to the account sale. He paid. Here he means Y, because Y sent account sale and give all this information. Y means consignee. Okay, added to your agent. So paid 3,000 for a freight, clearing charges 2,794. Sorry, 3,000 for freight and clearing charges and 2,794 for advertisement. He sold 175 clock at 180 each for cash. Then purchased 25 clock at 180 for his personal use. 1,600 clock at 200 each to M on credit. 100 clock at 190 each to N on recommendation of X. So here these all points are regarding sales. Okay, બધા શું છે, sales ના point છે. So remember one more point. Normally we know that there are two type of sale. First, cash sale, and second, credit sale. Okay, normally there are two type of sale, cash sale and credit sale. And remember there are another type of sale also comes in this chapter. Another type means which? Remember here A, here B. A is the owner, consignor, and B is the agent. Now owner send goods to B, agent. Okay, now an agent have to sell the goods. Agent ने goods ने sell करवानो છે. But it's happen in a practical life. Think practically. Suppose agent want to purchase that goods, means some unit. એવું પણ બને ને કે એજન્ટ ને અમુક યુનિટ લેવા હોય. સપોઝ એ સેન્ડ ગુડ્સ એઝ અ સારી. ઓકે, સારી સેન્ડ કરી છે સપોઝ 1000 સારી ટુ સોલ. ઓકે, ટુ ધી બી. એ બી ને 1000 સારી આપી છે સેલ કરવા માટે. હવે બી તો સેલ કરશે જ, કેશ સેલ, ક્રેડિટ સેલ, બટ સપોઝ બીઝ વાઇફ, સિસ્ટર, વોટ એવર they or his relatives, they need 10 sarees. Okay, in family members of B agent. Okay, એવું બની શકે ને કે બી ના ઘરના જે મેમ્બર્સ હશે, ઓકે, લેડીઝ મેમ્બર હશે, એમને કદાચ સારી જોઈતી હશે તો એ પણ પરચેસ કરી શકે છે ને, રાઈટ? સો હિયર બી કેન ઓલ્સો પરચેસ, બટ ઇન ફોર ધી બિઝનેસ ઇટ્સ અ સેલ. ઓકે, બિઝનેસ માટે તો સેલ જ કહેવાશે ને. જો એ બી ને આપી છે, હવે બી પોતે પરચેસ કરે અને માર્કેટમાં સેલ કરે, ઇનડાયરેક્ટલી બિઝનેસમાં તો સેલ જ થયું છે ને. સો સમટાઇમ્સ ઇન અ ક્વેશ્ચન દે ગીવ ધેટ consignee purchase goods. So it means indirect it's a sell. Okay, consignee પોતાના personal use માટે પણ એ purchase કરી શકે છે. So remember it's a sell, not the purchase. Think practically. Owner send goods to agent. Now agent sell the goods to the market, cash or credit sale, but he wants the goods, some parts, some units, so he can purchase. Okay, તો actually એ પણ sell જ છે ને, business નું તો sell જ થયું ને. For think about the owner. Remember we are writing the account of owner. આપણે owner નો account લખીએ છીએ. હવે owner ને શું લેવા દેવું, પોતે લઈ કે માર્કેટમાં વેચે. owner માટે તો indirectly શું થયું, sell જ થયું ને. But in a question they use words this like consignee purchase goods. So sometimes student confuse કે it is not sell, it is a purchase, but actually it's a sell. Clear? તો આ શું કહેવાશે, sell કહેવાશે. Fourth point, here A, here B. Okay, it is owner, it is agent. This is from Surat, this is from Delhi. Now A send goods to agent. Okay, suppose this Sari. And B, make a cash sale, make a credit sale, and also he purchased for personal purpose. Now, suppose there is a C in Delhi. Okay, Delhi में एक C नामનો person છે and it is a friend of A. Okay, A કોણ છે? A નો friend છે. દિલ્હીમાં C છે, જે C કોણ છે? He is a friend of A. Now, C know that A is the dealer of sari. Okay, sorry. She knows that A is the dealer of sari and she also know that he sold goods in Delhi also, right? C ને ખબર છે કે એ સારીનો બિઝનેસ કરે છે અને દિલ્હીમાં પણ એની સારી વેચાય છે. So she contact A that I want to purchase a sari. Okay, so can you tell me who is your agent in Delhi? Okay, એને પૂછશે ને કે દિલ્હીમાં તારો એજન્ટ કયો છે, મારે સારી લેવી છે. અને સાથે સાથે એવું પણ કહેશે કે I will pay money after 3 or after 4 months because they are friends. So A says, okay, don't worry, you go to the B, it is my agent, and told them I recommended you, okay, and you can pay money after 3 or 4 months. બરાબર? તો રિયલ લાઈફમાં એવું બની શકે ને કે એ B ને ઇન્ફોર્મ કરશે, ઓકે, તો C તારી પાસે આવશે, મારો રિલેટિવ છે, મારો ફ્રેન્ડ જ છે, ઓકે, અને 3-4 months પછી પેમેન્ટ કરી દેશે. તો અહીંયા શું થયું? A recommended કર્યું to the agent B that you can sell the goods to C. So this is the recommendation sale. Okay, તો આને શું કહેવાય? recommendation કર્યું છે કોઈ એજન્ટ ઓનરે કન્સાઇનરે કન્સાઇનીને કહે છે બરાબર છે કે ભાઈ અમારો ઓળખાણવાળો છે, બરાબર છે, મારો રિલેટિવ છે, તો એને ગુડ્સ આપી દેજે, પેમેન્ટ કરી દેશે થોડા દિવસ પછી, અથવા તો એને ટાઈમ આપશે પેમેન્ટ માટે, બીકોઝ ડ્યુ ટુ રિલેશન, રાઈટ? સો ધીસ ઇઝ ધી recommendation by consigner. ઓકે, કન્સાઇનર શું કરશે ને? recommendation કરશે. તો એને પણ આપણે અલગથી શો કરીશું, recommendation by consigner. So normally in this chapter you will get 4 type of sale. Okay, and in this sum we cover all the 4 type of sale. First sale cash, second was personal use માટે purchase કર્યું છે, right? He means Y, consignee purchase કર્યું છે, indirectly sell. Then this is a credit sale, and look the third point. He means Y, consignee sold 100 clock at 190 each to N on recommendation of X. And who is the X? X is the owner, consigner of the business. Okay, so X એ recommendation કર્યું છે કે ભાઈ N ને તું goods send કરી દેજે, 100 ના 190 each માં એને આપી દેજે. He is my friend or anything else. Clear? So in this chapter you will get these 4 type of sale. During the year, fire took place in Y shop and 20 clock were burned. Insurance company accepted a claim of 1800. Last two sum we see that this type of point, okay, the abnormal loss, but in this sum there are some minor twist point. Okay, M and N were declared insolvent and 60 paisa per rupee could be recovered from them as a final dividend. We have solved this point in a previous video. Okay, only 60 paisa means 60% covered. Okay, cover thaya છે. So remaining 40% was bad debt. And the last point, it's a new point, it come first time, but it's simple and easy point. Out of unsold clock means the stock, જે sold ની થઈને શું કહીશું આપણે? stock કહીશું. 5 clocks were in damaged condition and rupees 225 was estimated as a total repairing expense to make them sellable. એટલે જે goods ગોડાઉનમાં હોય, સપોઝ સેલ નહીં થઈ હોય, ગોડાઉનમાં પડી રહી, તો કદાચ ડેમેજ થઈ શકે ને નાનું મોટું એમ. સપોઝ ક્લોક છે, સપોઝ એનો જે ગ્લાસ છે, ગ્લાસ તૂટી જાય તો રિપેરિંગ કરાવીને સેલ કરી દેશે, તો નાનો મોટો એક્સપેન્સ થઈ શકે છે. ઓકે, સો ધીસ ઇઝ અબાઉટ ધી ક્લોઝિંગ સ્ટોક. વી હેવ ટુ ગીવ ઇફેક્ટ વેન વી કેલ્ક્યુલેટ ધી સ્ટોક. ઓકે, આની ઇફેક્ટ ક્યાં આવશે? જ્યારે આપણે સ્ટોકની કેલ્ક્યુલેશન કરીશું ત્યારે. ઓકે, so here we read all the question, okay, all the point. Now let's start to give effect. Okay, તો આપણે હવે one by one બધી ઇફેક્ટ આપી દઈએ. So start from the first point, that is goods sent. So here we are going to prepare accounts in the book of consigner. Okay, આપણે consigner books માં account બનાવીશું. In the books of consigner, in the books of X means consigner, consignment account, and consignee Y account. So let's start. First of all, how much clocks sent? Total 1000 clocks sent. Okay, cost price 120. So we have already calculated this point. Okay, Here the cost price 160, invoice 160, sorry 120, invoice 160 and difference 40. So we know this effect. So let's start to give effect. So here goods sent on consignment. Here we have to show invoice price 1000 clock, each of 160, and this side we have to write is difference goods sent on consignment difference. So 1000 clock and difference 40. So 40,000. Okay. Then next point, X means the consigner paid the expense 1500 for insurance, 300 for carry, 1200 for freight. Then X drew a bill of 30,000 for a 3 months. Okay, and it is discounted at 80%. So we have to calculate discount for a 2 months. So let's give that effect. First of all, expense paid by consigner, it will be debit side to cash account. Expense, we have to give the name of all the expense. First of all, for insurance 1500, then carriage 300 and the freight 1200. So total 3000. Then X due 30,000 bills. So we give effect consign account credit side by BR, that is advance amount 30,000. And it was discounted. So remember in a previous sum we write the journal, but now we directly give effect 2 months discount calculate करवानो છે, right? So directly give effect here. Don't write journal in exam. If there is a short sum, then we have to write journal. Okay, short sum માટે journal લખવાની છે. હવે common entry છે, discount ની આવશે ને debit side જ આવશે. So directly give entry. Don't do any calculation in journal. Directly here show that 30,000 BR, interest 80%, and we have to calculate 2 months discount. 30,000 into 80% into 2 divided by 12, so 900. Then there is a point about the commission. Okay, 4% general, 2% del, and share in profit. So we give this effect when we get the amount of sale, and it is when we get the profit. So later on at last we have to give this effect. Now come here, the next point. He paid 3,000 for a freight and clearing charge and 2795 for a advertisement. He means who? Y. Okay, so Y payment करे છે. Who pay the expense? Y. Y means consignee. So here expense થયો છે. So here we have to write the Y, that is consignee. He paid the expenses. Okay, there are 2 expenses given. First is freight and clearing. That was 3,000 and 2795 for advertising. So 5795. And second effect we should give in consignee. Okay, હવે બધામાં second effect આપવી પડશે because it was done by consignee and we have to prepare consignee accounts. So in a consignee account, credit side consignment expense. Okay, total 5795. Okay, 5795. Now the next about the sale, I just explained there are 4 points about the sale. First of all, cash sale 175 clock 180. Then for a personal use 25 clock at 180. Then credit sale 60 clock at 200. Then recommodation 100 clock and 190. Okay, here it is M, it is N ને જે person ને કહ્યું છે તે. And so here let's give effect. Credit છે તો આપણે consignment sell છે, credit side આવશે. So here consignee Y account dash sell. Okay, first of all we have to give all entries separate. First of all cash sell. Okay, in short we should write only cash. So cash sell is 175 clock, each of 180. Okay, 175 into 180, so 31,500. Then personal use, there are 25 clock, each of 180. 25 into 180, so 4,500. Then credit sale was done to M, so in a bracket we have to give the name M. 600 clock at 200. 600 into 200, 120. Then recommodation. Okay, recommodation, that is to N. How many clock? There are total 100 clock at 190. Okay, 100 into 190, 90,000. So it will be total sell. So total amount is 1,75,000. Clear? So this way you have to give separate effect. And it is a sell by consignee, so second effect in consignee account. Consignment dash sell 175. Now we give effect of sell, so we do give effect of commission also. 4% general commission, 2% Dell Trader commission. Okay, so debit side to Y commission. Okay, first general commission, it is calculate always on total sale. Remember I told in a previous video, also today. And the Dell Trader always on credit sale. How much credit sale here? This is 120. It is our credit sale. Okay, 120 is our credit sale. So Dell Trader always calculate on credit sale. Okay, Dell Trader हमेशा कोना पर गणाશે? credit sale पर गणाશે. Remember this point. So 1,75,000, 4%, it will be 7 and 2400. So 9400. And second effect in Y account by consignment commission. Sorry, amount is 9400. Okay, now the next point, it is about the share in profit. So last માં share profit મળશે ત્યારે આપણે એની effect આપીશું at the last. Now next point number 6. So in a point number 6, during the year fire took place in Y shop and 20 clock were burned and insurance company accepted a claim of 1800. Okay, so let's calculate 20 clock were burned. Okay, so here we have to make calculation of abnormal loss. So how many clock? There are total 20 clock into what is the price of clock? So here we know that the price of clock is cost 120, invoice 160. So we know that which price we should consider. So always consider cost for the abnormal loss. Okay, abnormal loss માં આપણે હંમેશા કઈ price જોઈશું? તો આપણે હંમેશા જોઈશું cost price. Remember this, I told in a previous video. Also in bracket write this cost. Okay, which price we should consider? Cost. So it will be 2400. Plus here we add proportionate expense of consignor. So how much expense done by consignor you will get in the consignment account? So consignment expense given in cash account total 3000. Okay, એમાં કઈ વિચારવાનું consignor ના બધા expense લઈ લેવાના, and at how many clock? Total 1000 clock. Okay, so for a 1000 clock 3000 expense was done. Okay, 3000 expense was done for a 1000 clock. Okay, 1000 clock માટે expense થયો છે 3000. 1000 clock માટે expense છે 3000. So here 20 clock. So how much for a 20 clock? So it will be 60. Okay, how much? It will be 60. So total 2460. Then insurance company claim 1800. Okay, but remember you can't do this calculation. Here I told you here minor twist point comes. So this is the twist point here. Okay, so what is twist point? Here we can't do this the next calculation this way. In this question we have to also add the expense of consignee also. Okay, in this sum we have to add expense of consignee also. Now why? Okay, last two sum we didn't add expense of consignee. Okay, we have only add expense of consignor. Okay, consignor ના જ expense add કરેલા, consignor ને આપણે stock માં add કરીએ છે ને, abnormal loss માં add નહીં કરેલા. So I explain you why. Because in last two sum the loss, the fire, damage done on the way, on the tranches. Okay, last sum જોજો એમાં જે પણ loss થયો છે બધું ક્યાં થયો છે? On the way, on the tranches. When the loss was done on the way, then how can consignee do any expense on that goods? જ્યારે રસ્તામાં જ નુકસાન થયું છે તો ભાઈ consignee expense કઈ રીતે કર્યો હશે? consignee ક્યારે expense કરે? જેની પાસે goods આવે પછી એની પાછળ expense કરે ને, જેની પાસે goods જ નહીં હોય તો expense કઈ રીતે કરે? In this sum the fire took place at where? Not on the tranches, not on the way. Look at here, in Y shop. Fire took place in Y shop. It means goods received to the Y and Y take it delivery, put it in go down, and then there is a fire. So any પાસે goods આવ્યું છે એટલે expense કર્યા હશે, right? So that here we have to add expense of consignee also. So here I told you there is some new point. This was the new point. So if the loss done in consignee shop or consignee go down, in that case we have to add expense of consignee also in the calculation of abnormal loss. Remember, like this stock. Okay, જે stock માં add કરીએ છીએ તો અહીંયા પણ આપણે add કરવું પડશે. Okay, because the loss was happen in the consignee shop or go down. Okay, so that if on the tranches then we have to add only consignor, but on the shop, on the go down, so આપણે consignee ને પણ expense add કરીશું. So let's see how many expense done by consignee. So here these are consignee expense. First for a freight and second for advertisement. So we know that we can't take advertisement expense. We take only the freight and clearing expense. Okay, advertising selling expense, and he done this expense on how many clock? Total 1000 clock. Because એની પાસે 1000 clock આવી હશે. Because જે loss થયો છે on the way નહીં થયો, go down માં થયો છે. So he received total 1000 clock. So here the same point he made a 3000 expense on a 1000 clock. So here clock 1000 and expense 3000. Okay, the same expense done by consignee also. So what will be on 20 clock? So it will be 60. So total 2520 and insurance company pass claim of 1800. Okay, કેટલો claim pass કર્યો છે? 18. So the 720, it is our abnormal loss. Okay, how much? 720. Both entry will be credit side. Consignment account credit side. By insurance company claim 1800, by P&L account abnormal loss 720. Okay, clear? Now the next point. Okay, M and N were declared insolvent and 60 paisa per rupee could be recovered from them as a final dividend. So here what happened? M and N were declared insolvent and 60 paisa recover thaya છે. It means we can't recover 40%. So there is a bad debt of 40%. Okay, કેટલી bad debt થઈ? 40% bad debt, because 60 paisa means 60%. Okay, here paisa means percent. So 60% receive thaya and 40% is our bad debt. Okay, 40% ની bad debt થઈ છે. 40% bad debt. And who declare insolvent? M and N both. Okay, બંને M પણ અને N પણ. So let's see, come to the point here. M and this N. Okay, so M નો આપનું કેટલું સેલ છે? 600 into 200. So 6 into 200 we sell 120. Okay, and to N how much? 100 into 190. So 90,000 નો સેલ છે. And here 40% bad debt થઈ છે એટલે બંનેમાં કેટલા? 40%. It is our bad debt. Okay, 120 ના 40 અને 90 ના 40. Clear? જે સેલ થયું છે એના 40% bad debt છે. M અને N બંને insolvent declare થયા છે. So we give effect here to Y account bad debt. Okay, first of all M. So M નું આપનું જે selling છે 120 છે એના 40%. Okay, અને N નું જે selling છે 90,000, sorry 190, એમાં 40%. So 120 40%. So there is a bad debt of 48,000. And here 90,000 into 40. So there is a bad debt of 7600. Clear? So there is a bad debt on M and N because in a question they told that M and N both are declared insolvent, right? M અને N બંને insolvent declare થયા છે. So બંને પર 40% આપણે શું કહેવાશે? Bad debt કહેવાશે, right? But remember, in a previous video and also today I just told you, here Dale Credit Commission is given and it is given in almost every question. So if Dale Credit Commission is given, then if there is a bad debt on credit sale, there will be no effect. Okay, why I explained in a previous video. જો bad debt હશે credit sale પર એની કોઈ effect નહીં આવશે. Okay, so let's see here to M. To M it is a credit sale and to N it is a recommendation sale. So remember, it is a to M we made a credit sale. M ને કયું sale કર્યું છે? Credit sale કર્યું છે. So if there is a bad debt due to M, there will be no effect, right? So remember this point. Dale Credit ના કેસીસમાં શું આવશે? અને Dale Credit બધા દાખલામાં આવશે એટલે દરેક દાખલામાં રૂલ્સ લાગુ પડશે. There will be no effect of bad debt on credit sale. Credit sale પર જે bad debt છે એની કોઈ effect નહીં આવશે. એટલે કે અહીંયા credit sale M ને કર્યું છે. We made a credit sale to M. So there will be no effect of credit bad debt due to M. So M ને આપણે જે credit sale કર્યું છે એની જે bad debt છે, there will be no effect. So here I just give entry so your concept is clear. Okay, in exam you remember, you don't have to do this, write and then erase. Okay, લખીને erase કયો નથી કરવાનું. આ યાદ રહે એના માટે અહીંયા લખીને શો કર્યું છે કે આની એન્ટ્રી કેમ નહીં આવે. Okay, so remember this point. So now we have to give bad debt only this 7,600. So it will be cross entry here consignment bad debt 7600. Okay. Now the last point, out of unsold clock means closing stock. I just told you closing stock. 5 clocks were damaged in damaged condition, so 225 was estimated as total repairing expense to make them sellable. Okay, તો એને expense થોડું damage થયો છે, repairing કર્યું છે. Okay, so it will be effect only on closing stock. Okay, જે પણ stock બેચ્યો છે એમાં quick repairing આવે તો એની effect આપણે stock પર જ આપવાની. So here our all points completed. So now let's find out the closing stock, consignment stock. So let's see how much, okay, how much goods sold and how much sold from them, how much sold and how much damage. So total we sell, send 1000 clock. Okay, from this 1000 clock, here it is a sell 175, 25, 600 and 100. These all are sell. And 20 clock were damaged. Okay, 20 clock શું છે burn થઈ ગઈ છે. So let's find out how much stock we have. 1000 માટે બધું શું કરીએ, less કરીએ. So let's do that calculation. The consignment stock. And remember I told you it is always calculate on invoice price. Okay, so total 1000 clock હતા. ઓકે, એમાંથી જે સેલ થયા છે તે 175, then 25, then 600 and 100. These all are sell. And last 20 a burn થયા છે. Okay, this is burn. So how many? 1000 minus 175, 25, 600, 100 and 20. So we have a stock of 80 clock. Okay, total 80 clock છે. And here we consider invoice price. Invoice price is 160. So total stock is 12,800. Here we have to add expense of, first of all, consigners proportionate expense of consigner and proportionate expense of consignee. So how many expense done by consigner? The same point we have just calculate. Consigner had 3000 expense on 1000 clock, and consignee also done 3000 expense on a 1000 clock. Okay, બંને 1000 clock પર 3000 expenses કર્યો છે. So both have a same point. Okay, 1000 clock, 3000 expense, and here 80 clock as a stock. So what? At 80. Same point here, 1000 clock, 3000 expense. What will be at 80? So 1000 into 80 divided by 240, and here also amount 240. So total 240 and 1200, 30,000 to 80. It is the value of stock. Now in this question we saw that there is a point of repairing. Okay, so no point આપેલો છે, repairing no point આપેલો છે. Here they give point of damage condition and we have to do 225 repairing. So there is a nothing to this point, repairing કરવાનું છે stock માં. So here we have a total stock 80. Okay, how much clock? We have a 18 clock. Okay, 18 clock માં કોઈકને ડેમેજ તો થઈ શકે ને. So there are 5 clock damage અને એમાં આપણે થોડું 225 નું repairing કર્યું છે. 5 clock damage થયું ને 225 નું repairing કર્યું છે. So due to repairing the value of stock will be decreased. So here we have to do nothing, just less that repairing expense and nothing. Okay, stock માંથી આપણે એને શું કરીશું, less કરી દઈશું and nothing. So we have to just give that effect. Okay, so if there is any expense for repairing, specially doing for a stock, we have to less from this and nothing the other effect. So now actually we have a value of stock 13,055. So the stock will become credit side here, consignment stock 13,055, and it is a invoice price, so this side we have to write is difference. To consignment stock reserve dash difference. Okay, so how many clock we have? We have a total 18 clock. Okay, total કેટલી clock છે આપની પાસે? 18 clock છે. We have a total 18 clock and difference is here 40. So 3,400. So now we have give all effect. Okay, so let's close the account. So here credit side 40,000 plus 175 plus 1800 plus 720 30,055. So total is 230,575. 230,575. And let's list all the debit side. Here 160, 3,900, then 5795, 9400, 763200, 40,680. It is our profit. Okay, profit આવ્યો છે 40,680. Okay, so here we give effect to P&L account, profit 40,680. But remember, in this question one more point remaining. What's that? Here they told, where is the point? Here, Y is entitled to get 4% general commission, 2% delegate commission and 1/6 share in a profit. Okay, profit માં એને શું આપવાનો છે? Share આપવાનો છે. So here we get profit 40,680. So here we have to give share in a profit to him also. So here Y share in profit. Okay, so 40,680 into 1/6. Okay, share માં profit આપવાનો છે. So divide by 6. So 6780, it is a profit in share. So the final amount, the net profit will become 33,900. Clear? So this is our final answer, and this profit would be transferred to Y account because it is given to consignment share in profit. So share in profit is 6780, 30,575, 9400, 6780 minus 175. So 1,15,425. It is transferred to bank overdraft. Total 175. So it is the important sum. We have covered almost every point of this chapter. And now one more point I want to say, that if in a question the point is, okay, like in here 1/6 share in a profit. Okay, so we can easily solve that. Okay, like that they give one more point. Suppose the point is 20% in 20% share in profit. Suppose this point is given, so what to do that? Okay, આપણે અહીંયા profit કેટલા આવેલા છે? 43,680 અને આપણે કેટલા કરવાના? 20%. Suppose this point is given, I just give the different idea, different point which can be asked about this share in profit. So 40,680, 20% કરીશું, it will be 8136. but suppose sometimes this point can be asked, 20% share in profit after deducted such profit and or commission. એટલે કે આ જે પ્રોફિટ છે લેસ કર્યા પછી જે અમાઉન્ટ આવે એના પર 20% પ્રોફિટ આપવાનો છે, જે પ્રોફિટ લેસ કર્યા છે એના પછી એમ. So if this type of point is given, it is we have learned in standard 12 first time, જે પાર્ટનર ને કમિશન આપવાનું ને ડાયરેક્ટલી પોઈન્ટ આપેલો એ 20% of profit. Okay, commission give to partner 20% of profit. Okay, and the point is that 20% of profit, okay, commission is given 20% of profit after such commission. એટલે કમિશન એ લેસ કર્યા પછી જે પ્રોફિટ આવે એના પર 20% કમિશન. એટલે કે આ રીતનો પોઈન્ટ આવે after less or deduct such profit. So here we have to put step this way, 20% છે, so 120 20 120 20, so 46 80 માં કેટલા, this way, right? If only 20%, so direct 20% આપી દેવાના, but point શું હોય, after less, after deduct such profit. Okay, okay, after deduct such share, sorry, not profit, after deduct such share in profit. જો આ રીતનો પોઈન્ટ આપે તો ભાઈ તમારે રીતે પદ મૂકવું પડશે. ઓકે, સો સપોઝ હિયર 16 કીધું છે, તો આપણે ડાયરેક્ટ 16 કર્યું છે, બટ સપોઝ હિયર પોઈન્ટ આવી રીતના આપેલો છે કે 16 share after deduct such share in profit. So step શું મૂકવાનું આવશે, 20 માં તો 120 20, 16 માં શું કરો, કન્વર્ટેડ ઇન percentage. જો 16 આપે ને percentage માં કન્વર્ટ કરી દો, so what will be in percentage? So it will be 16.666 આવશે. ઓકે, તો હવે સ્ટેપ શું મુકાશે, તો 116.66 એ 16.6, so what will be in 680. Clear this point? Okay, 20 હોય તો 120 20. ઓકે, 16 આપેલું એટલે percentage માં કન્વર્ટ કરો, percentage માં કન્વર્ટ કરશો તો 16.66 આવશે. તો 116.66 માં 16.66, so 14680 માં કેટલા આવશે. So remember, only point is share in a profit, just so direct percentage કરી લેવાના, but point is like that, 20% share in profit after less or deduct such share in profit, or 16 share in a profit after less, means these words important, after less or deduct such share in profit, then you have to put this step. Okay, so this is the new point which can come, and also it is not new point, you have learned first time in standard 12 in a partnership firm. Okay, partnership firm માં પોઈન્ટ આવતા હતા, બસ એ જ પોઈન્ટ આમાં મૂકેલો છે. ઓકે, ક્લિયર?